Many people think of martial arts as kung fu or simply a form of self-defense, but Koshu or kung fu is more than self-defense. In fact, Koshu is an entire lifestyle, a philosophy for life. Chinese Koshu, the national art of China, is also known as kung fu. It is a trademark of traditional Chinese wushu or martial arts. Koshu has a long heritage in Chinese culture. Its purpose is rooted in promoting health and moral character. Here in America, the United States Chinese Koshu Federation, or USCKF, is responsible for promoting this ancient martial art form. As part of their programs, the USCKF also hosts annual competitions and sends its top competitors to international events as well. Tonight in our studios is Grandmaster Huang Qiangliang and Master Song Huan Ho. Grandmaster Huang is president of the USCKF, and for more than 20 years, he has promoted the fine art of Koshu throughout the world. Master Ho was also born in Taiwan and came to the United States in 1983. He currently serves as director of the USCKF Shaolin Division and teaches external judging seminars for the USCKF. Gentlemen, welcome to Philly Live. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight.
Thank you.
A little bit about how you became involved with Koshu. You've also dedicated your entire life to this. How were you exposed to it?
Yes, I was born in Taiwan, and I always see Chinese culture involved with martial arts skills. I was interested. But when I was young, my mother don't want me to be involved because at the time, most of martial arts somehow involved with gangsters. But when I was in high school, I involved with judo for about 4 years. When I went to college, I find my teacher, and I realized that what he did is what I really wanted, and I really enjoy with him for 10 years, every day, all year round.
So it takes a lot of hard work. Obviously, this doesn't happen overnight. You've been doing it most of your life, so have you. He makes a good point. Master Ho was talking about that at some point there were stereotypes around this. Even here in America, I remember growing up myself watching a lot of the films, and when we think of Kung Fu, we think live, we are talking about Koshu, the ancient martial art form of Kung Fu. Master Ho, tell me a little bit about some of the different techniques. You are known as a master in Northern style.
Yes.
There are different styles. Talk
Yes.
briefly about the different styles.
In general, China is a big country. We divided from Long River. From Long River North, we call Northern style. From Long River South, we call Southern style. In general, northern section of China are open field, open space. When people fight, they move widely. So they develop the style with big movements. In the south of Long River, it's more mountain and rivers, and they are live in the village, more compact together. So when they fight, they cannot move too much, and they cannot yield away the force from opponent. So they start to develop the style with a lot of strength and ability to take some punches.
Okay, in a shorter space.
Yes.
Right. And we'll talk about the other two styles, but we have another caller. We have John on the line. John, welcome to Philly Live. What's your question?
My question is, first of all, I'd like to thank the Grandmaster and Master for coming on and talking about Koshu. And I personally train in a Goju style here in New Jersey, and we have a program, which is a pilot program in New Jersey that teaches Goju-Ryu, which is a Japanese style, and we teach it to the youth. And I'd like to ask the Grandmaster and the Master, do you offer such a program in Philadelphia? And I think it's a very good thing as far as the physical activity and to get the young minds into something else. You know, everybody can't play basketball or football, but everyone can learn how to control their own body, which is what the discipline is about. And I'd like to ask the Grandmaster and the Master, do you offer such a program? Because I know the benefits for the youth here in Camden and what we've been doing.
Thank you, John, for your call. What about that? Do you offer programs for youth and to help youth sort of benefit from this martial arts?
Yes, we do. Matter of fact, Master Ho is open a school in the Philadelphia area. Maybe he can explain to you more.
Great, okay.
Yes, we do offer the young youth. If they can go to regular school, they can come to regular Northern style school, because the Northern style do train your coordination, flexibility, and knowledge of the body. So I do have a student as young as 5 years old.
So it is possible to teach very young children.
And they enjoy.
And one of the things that I think it's important too to talk about is we live in a very violent country. Very violent
Yes.
society. And a lot of our young kids, when they get angry, when they're in conflict, they fight. And it's very violent. There could be some benefit to teaching our school-age children martial arts. Talk to me about what you gain from learning Koshu.
You know, we talked about earlier, Gosu is a discipline thing. So when students come to the school, we will emphasize them the discipline. That's why you see a lot of kids come to the school. After leaving, they start learn how to, show the respect, and then this is a part of the discipline training. So this is very important. A lot of parents, matter of fact, send the kid come to the martial arts school is accept this kind of discipline to helping them to be a better person.
Sure, so they build character, self-control. We have another phone call. Al, welcome to Philly Live. What is your question?
How you doing? This question is for the master there. Does this style deal mainly with using the hands, or does it deal with, let's say, using the feet?
Good question. What about that? Does the Northern style use
Yes.
mostly hands or feet? Or?
Yes. To train Northern style or even Southern style or most of the Chinese style, you have to learn how to understand a human body. When you understand a human body from yourself, you will understand another person. And that's involved with distance and touching feeling. And the main thing is, a force come to your reaching area, you are in touch with the force and go along with it, yield it. And then after yield, you will open their yin yang, which in Chinese we call yin yang. Then you will have a chance to get in. So if before you yield, you should not use any force.
Okay, great. And we do want to show people, since they've been asking about the different styles, we're going to show you now what is first Northern style, demonstrated by Master Ho, and then Southern style, which will be demonstrated by Grandmaster Huang. So we're going to put this up for you now so you can see it. And that was Northern style first, then Southern. And that was a demonstration of what you were talking about earlier about the Northern being more wide movement
Yes.
and because of the geography in the north of China.
Right.
And the Southern, explain to me a little. Tom, you're on the air. Welcome to Philly Live. What is your question?
Hi. I just wanted to ask, if someone is looking for a master, what are some good things to look for? What are some good points to look for when you're trying to choose a master to be trained under?
Thanks, Tom. What about that, Master Ho? If someone wants to look out for a master, find a master to train them,
Yes.
what would you look for to pick someone that you would say this is a good fit?
In my opinion, you need to find a good teacher with good personality, which is not emphasize violence at all. Because as I was taught by my master, before you understand your own body, you should not think about to fight at all. So to find a good master will lead you to understand a human body, will bring you to the positive side, will reduce your violence will. And then you will know how to protect yourself involved into the violence situation. So the skill is very important, but to me, that's secondary.
So it's the philosophy or the personality
Yes.
of the master.
Yes.
Thank you. And we have Keith on the line. Keith, welcome to Philly Live. What's your question?
Hi, my question is to the master, Master Sung Young Ho. The style he was doing on the on TV there, I practice Kung Fu myself. I want to know if he can elaborate on the history of that style itself, and how can you tell if someone is doing something fake or not?
Very good question. And this is a question that you can both answer about the judging. Tell us a little bit about the specific movements you were doing for us earlier, the Northern style.
Yes.
And then how do you judge someone that's doing it well and whether it's real or not real?
Okay. What I did was called Sun Bin. It's from ancient China. About 2,500 years ago, a person named Sun Bin, he was a general, famous general. He wrote a book, Art of the War.
The Art of War.
Yes. And he was a crippled person. So this style shows a lot of leaning into the front knee. And somehow this is the story linked to him. and the style is pretty open. When they move forward, they are attacking. When they move backward, they are attacking too. So it's quite typical Northern style.
Okay.
And what was his
How
question?
can you tell
Yes.
whether it's someone's doing it well or someone is really not doing it? It's fake.
Okay. Normally, I think this you need some knowledge of the human body. Normally, we're looking for actions in yang.
Actions.
Yep, actions in yang opening. How he's coordinated, and how's the flexibility, and how's the speed, and the way his body moves shows the power.
Okay, so power is a result of flexibility, speed, coordination.
Yes.
Great. And we want to show people the other techniques. What you're about to see now then is what's called the soft, and then we're going to show you the hard. And the soft, and I'll have Grandmaster Wang talk about it, it will remind you of what some of Tai Chi looks like. So we're going to show you that now. This is the on the line. Welcome to Philly Live. What is your question?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
I know that you mentioned, I think Master Ho mentioned that he was opening up a school in the Philadelphia area, and I would like to know when that would be and what area it would be in.
Okay.
And also, he keeps mentioning, which is of great interest to me, I would call it the philosophy of martial arts. He says because before you get to the physical aspect, you have to know your body. And I would like to know in what way does one come to do that? Is it through exercise or is it something mental or what? What does he mean by that?
Okay, Carolyn, thank you for your phone call. The first part, where is your school? Have you opened it already? And can you give some more information?
I have a school in Harleysville. North, about an hour from here.
About an hour from here.
Yes.
And are you planning to open a school in Philadelphia, or?
Maybe I have a student live around here, and he's been trained with me 10 years.
And you think he might be ready to open a school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So at least in Harleysville, they can go and get classes
Yes.
from you.
Yes.
Okay, great. But not quite yet in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And Grandmaster, tell us a little bit about this other part of the question. Judge do when you're at these tournaments, what are you looking for, and how do you rate people?
Okay. Normally, we're looking for their overall spiritual power and speed, skills, and how they promote Gosu Federation by wearing the proper wearing.
So it's very important to look and to
Yes.
respect what you're wearing
Yes.
to present it well.
Yes, there was one year I saw a gentleman have very weird hair with improper dress and holding a weapon like a movie bad guy, and we all just take the point away before he even moved.
So this was a bad presentation
Yes.
for him.
Yes.
And when in these tournaments, are people inside of a ring, or is it like an open space, like an open mat? Is there a ring area?
It's open space, but we have a tape around limit their space because we have a lot of different rings. But when they are doing sparrings, they are on a platform stage without ring. And we have a protect mattress on the side. Mat.
And tomorrow night, Carol Rogers talks with Dr. Paul Offit from the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia about vaccines into the 21st century.